Hey guys, hey Obodo fam, welcome. How is everyone doing? Good evening. Good evening, Obodo fam. Is everybody okay? Happy Tuesday. We can say happy Tuesday now. Monday has gone. Tuesday is almost gone. So yeah, we're feeling slightly happy now. Towards the weekend we get even more happier. Oh dear, how's everyone doing? I throw a salute to good evening. I salute each and every one of you. Amber, I salute you. Peculiar, how are you? Good evening, Blinks, Tolu, Precious. I greet each and every one of you. Zoomix, wow, I haven't seen you in a long time. New Yorker, how are you? I hope you are keeping safe. Happy Thanksgiving in advance. Avian her boys, I see you, darling. You okay? Caroline, welcome. Patricia, my darling sister. Very lovely to have you. Sweet Bad. That name is funny. Sweet Bad. You're welcome. Adeyinka, Olayinka, you're welcome. Thank you, everyone. Jacinta, Dominic, Nene. I greet each and every one of you, those who I can call their names and those who I cannot call their names. Just know that I had you. I had you big time. Welcome. Tonight we are starting a new we're starting a new thing. This is gonna be like a new session that I wanna start doing. Dominique, oh, I haven't checked yet. I haven't checked. I'm going to ask my daughter. I will ask. I have not checked yet. I will check with her later. Okay, I'll ask her. We're starting a new session this tonight, and it's gonna be, everything in life is subject to change. So I think this session I decided to add it to our show because I want us to have a quick Q&A section, and instead of having one long, sit down to just do Q&A for hours, I decided that okay, a lot of people reach out to me from time to time, they want to ask a question. I decided just going to do this one sharp, 1 hour. And it can be 1 hour. I can make it 1 hour because we're not going to have it's not going to be a discussion like sharing my link for people because that's where the time usually goes when people are calling in. So this one is just going to be 1 hour. I read the question and, I say what I know or what I feel about the situation, and people can also put their own in the comment section, and I can pin some, and then later on, people who are watching, who are not live, who are not on the live show, can put their own opinion about that question in the comment section. So this session is going to be called Ask Auntie B. That's what I've labeled. I've labeled it's going to be Ask Auntie B. So we're going to be doing this like once every week now. So if you have any burning question that you want to ask, or some of them that I've asked in the past that we've not had time to talk about, we're just going to take 1 hour every week now to address them. I'm not sure if it's just going to be a Tuesday. It could be any other day, but Sundays are usually the live shows where I have guests because a lot of people are more available to do the live shows on Sundays. So this session is going to be either Tuesday or Thursday. We can decide to just make it Tuesday. Ask Auntie B. So yeah, fire on with your questions. If you have any questions, you have anything you need clarity on, yeah, that's my phone number there. WhatsApp only or by email. Send me an email. And then we will explore them as much as possible. We'll unpick them and we'll try to provide as what we know or what we think about the situation. Yeah. So yeah, send your questions or situations that you need clarity on to me by WhatsApp or by email. My email is obodooyinboconnect@gmail.com. obodooyinboconnect@gmail.com. Or if you prefer WhatsApp, then send me a message. Thank you so much, everyone. So lovely to have you. Have you subscribed? If you have not yet done so, please consider doing that. Subscribe so you can get notification whenever we are on these live sessions, and then hit on the like button as you're coming in. I usually don't remember saying it whenever I'm into the show because I don't like being distracted. So when I'm focused, I just want to keep focused and just keep saying what I want to say. So I'm saying it at the beginning now. Please give this video a thumbs up. It does go a long way to help the visibility of the video. The more thumbs up that the video has, the more it is likely to be recommended by YouTube to people who are not already familiar with what we are doing here. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you, my Widow fam. You guys are amazing. I appreciate you. I never ever take you for granted. You are just wonderful, and I love and appreciate you very much. Thank you. For Esther, you don't have any questions. You say I don't have any question. But I love you, Auntie B. You are doing a great job. Oh, thank you so much, Esther. Love you too. Love you, love you, love you. Thank you. What's Uduak is saying something? I know a lady that lives inside her car in America, but her built four-story building in Kenya. Okay. It's relating to what I want to talk about. The first question we are treating tonight, right? I guess your answer, this what you said now, is relating to that. About somebody who lives like a pauper and he works really, really hard. She sends money to her relatives to build the houses for her. Yeah. It's like you already saw the question. Good work. You saw the question that we are treating tonight. Yeah. It's something similar, but this time around is a brother. Okay, so this young lady is asking this question, and she said that she is in a relationship with someone, right? This guy is almost in his 50s. He's very close to 50s, right? Okay. So let me just give you a quick, because this is 1 hour. So I'm very, very, I need to be good with time. Let me summarize it quickly. So they dated a couple of years ago, and she decided to break the relationship up because she said that their lifestyle did not match. The guy is a really nice guy, very, very homely. He's nice, he's not, a Mongo Park in any way, but it's just, he doesn't have what you call, he doesn't have emotional intelligence. Okay, so he's not good with communicating. Like, even if you don't talk for 1 week, he's okay with that. His messages are hello, hi. You two send him hello, hi. It just fizzles out. So she said she couldn't stand it. So after a while, she tried and it didn't work. So they packed up things. That was a number of years ago, 5 years ago, and everybody went their own way. She, dated other people. He dated other people, and then he has a son now. And that relationship still didn't work. Her own relationship didn't work. And then he started messaging her again, and she responded. She said, "Oh, this guy is a nice guy, but it's just, his lifestyle didn't match with my lifestyle. Maybe things would have changed." And they got talking again. And he said, "Oh, I'm really sorry. It's not like, I don't like you or anything like that. I do like you. I think we can make this relationship work. Give me another chance. I've changed." And she said, "It's not like I don't like you too. I do like you. I think you're a very homely guy. He's the kind of guy that, he will clean, he cooks, he's very domesticated, right? But the problem is his lifestyle in terms of the choices he makes when it comes to work-life balance. Okay? Work-life balance. He doesn't have any kind of work-life balance. All his life is work. So she said he has two jobs, right? He's a nurse, and he also has another job that he does on the side. So he works both weekdays and weekends. He has, like, maybe in a month, he will have like 1 day off. He's always working. And this work that he does is all building houses in Nigeria. So she said to me that this guy, said, "Auntie B, this guy works, he makes a lot of money. But the way he lives in the diaspora, he lives like a pauper. In that he lives in a shared apartment. He's the owner of the flat, but he rented the flat out. This kind of situation where you go and rent a flat, maybe a two-bedroom flat, and then you stay in one room. The guy is staying in the smaller room in the flat, and he rented both the sitting room and the other bedroom out to another couple. And this is where he's been living for years. His life is very minimalistic, like minimal. When you say, if there's another thing that can describe a simple lifestyle, let's not just simple. Let's say frugal, very, very frugal lifestyle. When they were dating, they don't go out. He would prefer to cook in the house instead of taking her out. You know how you are dating someone, occasionally you go out for dinner, you go to cinema. No holiday. The only holiday he goes to is going to Nigeria, to go and check on his properties and whatever he's building. He's built estates. Mm-hmm. So, this is not where we ask the question, Patrick. Okay, if you want to ask me a question, you need to send me. I'm not going to be taking any question from the comment section, I'm afraid, because we already have one that we are treating tonight. If you have a question you want us to discuss, a situation you want us to discuss without coming on the show, like this one, then please send me a WhatsApp message. My number is on the screen. So, let me carry on. Like Beres minimum moti, Beres mini. She said this guy lives like a pauper. Like he will go to the market, he will buy pepper, buy tomato, onions, he will cook, and that is the food he will eat for the week. He doesn't have any luxury whatsoever. In fact, he didn't have a car for a very long time. Recently, he only just bought a car. Like, all the money he's making does not reflect in his lifestyle. He's not living that money he's making. All he's doing is pumping this money into Africa, building houses. So when he came back to her life, he said to her, according to what she told me, that I've changed. Oh, that time you met me is because I had a massive piece of land. My uncle was trying to keep it for me, and I was building an estate. I finished building the estate. Now my life is different. Now, in fact, I'll take you out. We'll do things together. It's not me that you used to know 5 years ago. Is a different person. Okay? Timothy says recipe for depression. They listen, no, my people. So she said, okay. She wasn't dating anyone. She decided to give it a try. The guy is nice. She likes him. They like each other. But their values do not align. Okay? She believes that, okay, she's also a professional woman. She wants to build her life here. She wants, to invest in the diaspora, because she believes that investing in Nigeria is like throwing money in the bin. Okay, look at it. This is a typical example she gave me. She said, Auntie B, you take maybe 20,000 pounds or 15,000 pounds to go and build a house in a place like Benin City, okay? Or a place like Akure, a typical, not too cosmopolitan. It's cosmopolitan, but not too like that. If you build a 3-bedroom, or let's say you build a 4-bedroom house, like the duplex, and you put it to rent, how much do you think you're going to get for rent? And they pay for rent in Nigeria per year. So if you get too much, you might get like maybe 800,000, or you get like 600,000 in a place like that. So convert 800,000 to pounds. You will see that your investment is not yielding any benefit at all. In fact, before you can even recoup the so-called money that you used to build the house, you may never get it. I mean, it's understandable if you build because, okay, you want your own property where you want to live. We've talked about the issue of property so much on this platform. I'm not going to dwell on it, but I'm just making an example based on this young lady's situation. She's a very young woman, okay? And she said, this is not the case, but he keeps building and building and building. And now that they got back together, he said he's changed, but he's still building. She found out again that he's on another project. He's always one project or the other. He's on another project again now he's building. But this guy is still living like a minimalist. If there's anything less than minimalistic, that is what he's building. That's the lifestyle he's living here. He still lives in that one room. He still cooks his jollof rice and his white rice that he eats for the whole week. He never does anything for fun. He doesn't travel. He doesn't go out. He does not have any social life. No friends. Nothing. His life is just work, 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 work. And she said to me, Auntie B, is this going to work? No, there's no return of investment, Chigo. I'm telling you from experience. I'm telling you. Rent in Nigeria, if you convert it to money, don't forget that we are taking money from the diaspora to go there to invest. if you convert 1 year rent in Nigeria, even if it's 1 million naira, 2 million naira they're paying you, by the time you change it into hard currency, it's lost all the value. That's how you know that investment, when it comes to property in Nigeria, if you invest for business purposes in property in Nigeria, you will be losing money. Okay, you will be losing money. You're not going to get returns on those investments, because even the money, for instance, if you took a loan in the bank to go and build a house because you want to invest it or you want to rent it, you cannot pay that money back based on the rent that they are paying you. You won't. You will have to look for other means to pay that loan back, because naira, it devalues every day. Okay, let me summarize. Her point is that she's saying that she does not think that their values align, because this guy is the same way he is. Okay? He's trying to make an effort to say, okay, I love you, I want to be with you, let's get together, I want to marry you. But his lifestyle, what he's saying, and what she is saying does not match. He's still the same guy from 5 years ago. He's still working those two jobs. He works both day, he works in the night. So he will do some jobs during the day, in the night he's gone to that job. I mean, we talk about looking for hardworking men, but come on, there needs to be a balance, especially if you're planning to be a family person. So she's saying, Auntie B, is this going to work? I cannot be in a relationship where I will not even see my husband. Like, we literally would just, by the time I'm going, he's coming. By the time I'm coming, he's going. We live like total stranger. I don't want to live like that. I don't want that kind of lifestyle. This guy, his body is here. Like, physically, you see him here, but his spirit is in Africa. His spirit is in Africa. Everything he does is in Africa. Even buying a property here, says he has not bought a property here, but he has so many houses in Nigeria. And she said she was trying to have this conversation with him, but his mind is made up about it. He doesn't even want to talk about it because he believes that he's doing the right thing. Okay? So she's asking me, will it work? Will this relationship work? What do you guys think? Hmm? What do you guys think? When two people's values do not align, when somebody is, upwardly mobile person, a woman who wants to have a full life here, because for we women, our lives are always built around our children. Wherever our children are, that's where you will see us. You will never see, very rarely will you see women that will leave their children to go and live in another country. And a lot of people that build these houses over there in Africa, be it Sierra Leone, Ghana, Nigeria, wherever, just name it, Cameroon, they never go to live there. They still end up living in this one. They still end up, working and living in the diaspora till they are 70, till they retire. And then at the end of the day, so she's thinking merging our life together, going to this relationship might become a problem, because he might now say, okay, these are the things I'm doing. You have to support me. Let's do it together. And she said, I have no interest in investing in Nigeria. My money is for here in the diaspora. Money that I have here, I will invest it here. I'm more interested in us putting money together, putting a down payment down on a deposit to build to buy a house. We don't build here. You buy, and then from that, you remortgage it after a few years. You buy another one, just like that. Because here, when you buy properties for rent, you at least you're making the money back in the same currency that you bought with. You're not. I don't know how people think about this investment.
How? I told you I was at school, dude.
Yeah, it's too late. I don't like it. It's too late. It's getting very dark now. You need to come back from school. So I'll talk to you later.
No, I just feel that.
I'm live. Can you go?
Oh,
So she's saying that she has, she's having doubts about this relationship, even though she likes the guy, because two cannot work together except they agree. This guy lives here physically. His mentality is Nigeria. His mindset is Nigeria. He's working himself to the way she's saying, she said, this guy's going to work himself to an early grave. Have you seen somebody that works every single day before? He works both weekdays and he works weekends. And sometimes he will work at night just to align. And it's always about project, 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 project. Don't mind him. I've chased him away. Project upon project upon project. Hmm. So, will it work? Okay, this is my opinion about it quickly. I've done 20 minutes. I'm mindful of time. And I'm looking at you people's comments. Hmm. Udwak, what did you say? You said someone borrowed 100. Is that 100,000? Or how much is that? 100,000. I gave it to a friend in Nigeria to start transportation company. Ah, that's $100,000 and gave it to a friend to start transportation company. The engine of all the buses broke down within 1 year. Now he's working 3 jobs to pay back the bank loan. Temiti, it gets dark. Honestly, I know it's just past 7, but once it gets dark, I don't like him being outside. I want him to come home, but he will say, I went to the library. I went to the. Just come home. Come and read at home, Biko. It is well. So, this is the question, my people, about someone whose interest is only in Nigeria and a lady who says, my life is here. I want us to build here. I want us to have a life here. And I want us to have a life that has substance. I don't want a life of just walking like a Jackie. You know what they call Jackie? Donkey. You just walk, 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 because a lot of times these houses that people build, honestly, they don't end up living in them. They don't even end up seeing the money. You give it to people to manage for you, they will eat the money. The little that they will give you self cannot even pay back the money. So you end up just suffering for nothing. Me personally, I don't. There was a time I used to think that, okay, invest in Nigeria. But I mean, with the way the economy is going and everything, the Naira, every day, the way the Naira is going down and down and down, I tell you, my people, I'm not going to lie. Even having money in bank accounts in Nigeria, oh my God. You have to use wisdom to do it. So this is my take. I know you are listening, my young lady. This is what I will advise you. And then I'll take one or two people who want to say something, if time permits. Amos 3:3 says, two cannot work together except they agree. Two cannot work together except they agree. That is what Amos 3:3 says. It's one of my favorite scripture. I quote it all the time here. I'm sure you people have heard me quote it a million times. I don't get tired of it because I love that scripture so much. So much. It talks about, agreement. You need to agree. And if you are going into a relationship that is, potentially going to lead into a marriage, then you need to agree what you are doing. You need to make plans for the future. What are you going to do? Okay? And if one person is all about Niger, or Africa, please hit the like button, guys. And one person is like, no, here, quality of life first. Myself, our children first. Then there's going to be friction down the line. So this is all about not having the same, shared beliefs and values. Okay? What is important to you is not important to me. Building those houses in Nigeria is important to him, but it's not important to her. Okay? She's saying, I don't care about Nigerian houses. I live here. I don't want to stay in one room. You've been staying in one room for over 10 years and you are building estates in Nigeria. You live like a pauper in the diaspora and you have so many houses in Nigeria. Is that wisdom? Is it if you drop dead today, God forbid something happens to you, you just peme. With all this work that you are doing now and you just peme, what do you think is going to happen? You think your children will go to Africa and start fighting for those so-called houses that you are building? So she said, no, that is not, it's not aligned with her values and her beliefs. So this is about friction in terms of values, beliefs, and, compromise is important as well in relationships. There needs to be compromise. There needs to be compromise because people need to be able to move ground. Okay, remember how he said 5 years ago he was doing that because he was building an estate and the land, he didn't want to lose it, and because he had it for a long time he couldn't build on it because he didn't have the money. So he was working as at that time, similarly, day and night, doing all the shift available, not having any holidays, not taking time off, so that he can build the estate. Estate has been built, he's still building new ones. So he's not willing to compromise. And I want to assume that she too, she's not willing to compromise about this lifestyle because she wants to live her life to the full. And ladies and gentlemen, it takes money to have a quality lifestyle here in the diaspora. People who are so minimalistic like that, they will never go out. They won't eat out. Okay? They will see eating out as a waste of money because that £100 or £150 they're going to spend when they go out with their family, they will see it. This one will buy 10 blocks. It's always about blocks and cement. That's what they will be thinking. You understand? They'll always be counting the cost of everything. Going on holidays is not free. If you want to travel, even if it's within the country, me and some friends were discussing during the pandemic, and we're saying that even holiday within the UK is more expensive than going to Europe. Europe is cheaper. If you want to travel within Europe, for instance, you want to go to France, you want to go to other European countries, Greece, it's cheaper than going within the UK. So that kind of person would calculate it. Let's say you do a holiday package and they say the total holiday is about 2,500. You say, hey, Chineke, oh, this decking. I've been trying to do this decking since how many months now? If I add 2,500 to it, the decking will stand. Or maybe I'm trying to plaster. Or maybe he's trying to put windows. He will start, you always hold calculator and be checking 2,000. He will hold the calculator and be calculating. He will say, hey, what is the exchange rate today? Those kind of people, they always have an exchange rate. Because everything is Naija. So we will say 2,500 times 760. That's 1.9 million. You want me to use 1.9 million to go on holiday? What am I going to do in the holiday when my house is not completed? Holiday for 1.9 million naira. Oh my God. And she will be saying, darling, we need to go and enjoy ourselves. We will chill. The spa there. We'll go to the spa. We'll enter jacuzzi. We eat Oyibo food. We will relax or have massages. You say, I need to roof my house, please. 1.9 million will go. 1.9 million will go a long way to roof that house or to put. I want to put burglary proof, and you are talking of holiday. Oh my God. So, yeah, so this is going to be a problem because the planning will become a very big problem. This guy is all about building in Africa, building, acquiring property. He's built everywhere. He's still not satisfied. The more he build, the more he will buy land, the more he build. But the point is that it's not even that he's just building alone. Here, his quality of life is zero. All he does is work. He will cook his own food. Even takeaway of £30, he cannot buy. He will not buy takeaway because it's all about adding the money. Hmm. 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 So yeah. Hmm. All right. So another thing is about when you are going into a relationship like that and you want a committed relationship, yeah, you need to be committed to one another. All right. I don't feel like he is committed to the relationship or is committed to the woman that he say he likes or he wants to marry her, because he's committed to other things. As far as it's concerned, any other thing is secondary. This project is number one. Okay, and when he finishes it, he will find another one to do again. It's all about project, project, project. He keeps saying project, project, project. I have a project I'm doing. Anything, I have a project I'm doing. I have a project that I'm doing. So there's no commitment to the relationship. Everybody is committed to their own goals. And of course, communication, there's lack of communication there because communication is not about just talking. It's about somebody actually hearing you. Mm. Hearing what you are saying, listening and hearing is part of communication as well. Because there will be a very big problem when they see, when they get together, and if they do get married. And that's why she's looking for this clarity now that I don't know how this thing is going to work, you know. Mhm. So work is good though, my people. Work is very, very good. We like hardworking brothers. who provide. But what is the point of working when you are not even enjoying the benefit of the work that you are doing? Hmm? What is the benefit? Eh? Dorita say, true, oh, Bridget, I bought an apartment in Berlin. Now I'm building my own retirement home in Freetown. I don't want to invest because everybody just profits off you. Hmm. They do profit off you. Hmm. The quality of life is questionable, very, very questionable. Hmm? Work is very, very good, but when you are working and all the money is going towards projects, there is really no point in that because you are not living. You are not living, you are not enjoying your life, you are not living well. All you do is work, 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 work. And and he has only one child, and the child that he even has self is just a baby. That's to tell you how busy this guy has been. The child is almost 50 and he has only one child. The child is not even up to 3 years yet. And that's to tell you how committed he is to his paycheck. He's very, very committed to his paycheck. He's not about to joke with paycheck. So work, 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 new. It's work, 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 work. Hmm. So there's no work-life balance. Especially for people who are intending to have family, there needs to be work-life balance. If there is no work-life balance, there will be a problem. So the question is, do we live to work or do we work to live? That's the question. I think when we have the answer of that question, then we will have the answer. I mean, we'll be able to understand this. Do we live to work or we work to live? Which one is it? We live to work or we work to live? I want to know. Do you think that these two people will work? These two people will work together? Hmm? Chelsea say, any money I have now my enjoyment. Your future. I keep saying that thing on Instagram. It makes me laugh. Say future. Any money I have now is for my enjoyment. Enjoyment is for my enjoyment. Oh, my future. My future will wait. Yeah. Strike a balance. Somebody says you should strike a balance with both. But this uncle says it's project, 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 project. Anyone wants to share? What do you guys think? I don't know if this is going to work because it can never work together. Falashade, you're saying it can never work together. Okay. If anybody wants to share briefly, I'll put my comment my link in the comment section. Uh-huh. And you said, I do not feel every person. What's that comment? Yeah, let me read it. I do not feel every person who is working now for inheritance will be sustained, sadly. Yeah. Hmm. Yeah. And Tina saying, how can somebody be working but cannot take care of themselves? Yeah. If anybody wants to share briefly, yeah, I'm happy for people to share briefly about this relationship. We are trying to prevent a story that touch the heart in the future. So we want to give, in divorce court, they call it before the vows. This is before the vows advice we are giving now, not after the vows. We give a lot of after the vows. Tonight we are doing the before the vows. Yeah. Okay. Good evening.
Sister B, good evening, good afternoon. How are you doing?
Darling. Yeah.
So, in this case, I honestly don't see anything wrong with this guy. He seems
Mm,
like a reasonable person. You mentioned that he's 50 years old
mm,
and 50 years old is old when it comes to planning for retirement. You know,
mm,
when we're in Obodoyinbo, we always think that we have time, we have time, we have time.
mm,
Let's say this guy retires at 65.
mm,
Before you blink, he's going to be 65.
mm,
For me, I just think that this particular lady, maybe this relationship will not work for her. But I
mm.
actually like the guy. I think that he's very smart.
Do you think this is retirement is working for by building all these
Yes.
houses in Nigeria?
Yes, he's probably building his portfolio. If he's, what's the point of going out, buying designer, buying this when he can diversify his portfolio. He's putting his money into real estate. He's
Mm-hmm.
probably putting his money into stocks. He probably has a 401k account. This guy is trying to build his future. In
Mm-hmm.
the grand scheme of everything, Sister B, this one no be wahala.
In
We've
a,
seen worse.
somebody said, shopper helper said, what if it collapse before the retirement?
Well, see, that's the problem. Everybody will say, let me spend my money now. There's no guarantee, but if you don't plan,
I see
the
your
thing,
point, Buki. It's good to
you
plan,
know,
but it's always been like this. This is the point. You're saying he's 50. Okay, he's 50 now. But
mhm.
I'm telling you that this young lady said that when they were dating 5 years ago, when she met him, he was still like this. So it seems like this is a lifestyle. Okay.
Yes,
It's
it's
not
a
because of
lifestyle.
retirement alone. This is just his lifestyle.
Yeah.
So would you
But
want to marry somebody that works all the time? You never see them, no time together. You think that relationship will work when it's all
no,
about working, working, working?
yeah, I wouldn't want to marry somebody that doesn't have time. But as far as his financial life choices, I actually like it.
Mm,
Me, I'm also a minimalist. It doesn't
mm,
mean that I won't enjoy myself, but
mm,
I would not go out there and go and buy Birkin. For what?
mm,
You
mm.
know, before I buy something, I always think about it like, what does this do for me? What is this money going to give to me? If I'm going to buy some useless thing for $1,000, I can look at it and say, okay, maybe I can put this money into stocks.
So
Um,
Temilade said, I disagree with Buki today. Yes, it's good to
mhm.
invest, but the question is, do you think he's investing wisely?
Real
Because we are
estate is
talking
always
about
wise.
properties
Yes.
in Nigeria.
Real estate is probably one of the most stable investment. Trust me, I'm telling you. It's probably
Okay.
one of the most stable investments. Even if real estate goes down, it will always come back up. You know why
Okay.
I was saying in the grand scheme of everything, Sister B, we
Mm,
have heard
mm.
about men that do not want to work. We have heard
Yes.
about men that delete people. We have heard
Yes.
about men that are lazy, they're cheating, they're doing this. What did this one do? The fact that he wants to save money, it's not terrible. It's not a terrible thing. But we all have our different lifestyles. For me,
Mm.
this kind of person excites me because we'll be doing competition of who can save the most money.
Okay.
You
All
know,
right.
if for me, that minimalist lifestyle, I
Mm.
love it. I enjoy
Okay.
it.
Mm.
So
Okay.
that would not be a problem for me. I just think that
Okay.
she needs to look at where she wants to be and see if it aligns with her. But as far
Okay.
as I'm concerned, there's nothing wrong with this guy.
Okay. Thank you very much, Buki.
Thank you, Sis B.
Have a good evening, darling. Yeah. Buki says she's a minimalistic person as well. So if she gets together with a guy like this, they'll be doing competition on who to save the most. A lot of people are disagreeing with Buki. Temiti said, not in Nigeria. Buki is getting it all wrong. And a lot of people are saying, okay, Shopper says, I want a nice, modern, contemporary house that after walking in the cold, you can come home and relax and rejuvenate. I agree with you. Buki, you have some very good points. You made some point about having a hardworking man who thinks about retirement, thinks about the future. But where I disagree with you to a certain extent is that for you to get to the future, you have to live and take care of yourself now before you get. Otherwise, that future can be cut short. And the way this guy is working, to my understanding, is even not healthy for him because he never takes any holidays. He never takes any break. He's working day and night. Okay, it's good to plan for the future, but what is the point of using every, let's say, 98% of your income to plan for the future, and you neglect your now, you neglect your life now? I think there should be a balance. Leave some for the future. But you must also be living your life now, taking care of yourself, taking time off, going on holidays, doing the things that you enjoy, spending times with family and friends, socializing. This guy does not socialize. That time he's doing shift. He's doing shift. So I don't know. That's the way I feel about it anyway. Anyway, let's hear what Juliet has to say. Hello, Juliet. Hmm.
Hi, Auntie.
Hi,
Um,
sweetie.
can you hear me?
Yeah, I'm hearing you. Go ahead. Where are you joining us from?
I'm joining from the UK.
Okay, what do you have to say, sweetie?
I would
Mhm.
say I partially disagree with the previous caller. I believe her name is Sister Bucky.
Yes.
Yes. I always say, and I always advise people, I always ask this question: where do you intend to live? If
Right.
you're planning to reside back home in Nigeria or Africa in general, then
Mhm.
you have to expand your assets down there. But if you're living here abroad and you're actually not living life, so practically what this man is doing, he's working, work, and he's not living life. This life is too short, though.
My
By the time
dear,
you know,
my dear.
he's
Hmm.
literally spent his entire life work, but he forgot to actually live.
Yes.
This is typically what we call misplaced priority.
Mhm.
And I've got a handful of people here in the UK. Most especially, I'm sorry, it's quite prominent around the Nigerian culture.
Yeah.
Nigerian, Zimbabwe. I have a couple of colleagues at work. They work a whole lot. These
Yes.
people will work. They are building houses back home. They are establishing back home. And today, if you see these people, like, they look like hungry people.
I
You can't even
said,
take care of their hair. They look so sluggish, so
let me
on
tell you,
top.
Juliet, let me tell you something. She sent me a picture of the room where he's staying. It's like a shack where this guy is staying. And he has all these houses in Nigeria. Do you know what? You know what I think? Even if you want to invest in properties, like Buki said, which is good, it's very good to invest. Property is always appreciating. But you know what? If you invest in the property here, you will still get better return than Nigeria
Absolutely.
property. That is
Mm-hmm.
my own, I mean, that's my thinking. Anyway,
And
go ahead.
I always think, and to be, we've kind of been in similar situation back in the day where my husband and I were trying to occupy a property. He wanted to go build back in Nigeria whilst we stay here renting, and I said to him, no. I personally don't think it's a wise choice. I would probably
Mhm.
say I would prefer us to rather buy a property here, at least to secure our stability. And then maybe in the future, we can then buy properties back home, maybe one or two. But I don't see the need for one to be renting here and you're owning properties back home, or you're not living
He's not
substantially
renting,
abroad.
he's sharing. He's
It's,
lived in one room for 10
it's
years. So if you
terrible.
go and visit him, there's even no living room for you to sit. He only has access to his room because he decided to rent the other part of the flat out. That's how
A
bad
lot,
it is.
a lot of people do that. And to be, I'm going to share a very short story. I know of this uncle. This man had three or four. In fact, he had multiple jobs. The man had a driver's license, but he
Mhm.
refused to buy a car. He was literally biking to work under the cold snow. He would say, no, I don't want to pay car tax, insurance. No, he invested back home everything in Ghana. This man was building this
Mhm.
massive estate. Oh, well, come and see house. The house is massive.
Mhm.
But in London, he's living in a shared accommodation. He closes from
Mhm.
one job, comes home. What he eats is not even right. So, Indomie, microwaved one. He will eat it,
Kai.
carry his bag,
God
go back to the
forbid.
next job, come back home.
Hmm.
Even to buy food, this man was not even to shave his hair. He will price every single thing, even plus baba. He said no, it's too
He
expensive.
cannot they didn't marry
Yes.
because it's difficult to marry like
When
that.
he couldn't marry, he said women. He had girlfriends, but they all came and left. If the woman
Mhm.
even tried to buy hair for herself, something she's paying for her own self, this man will
He'll be
complain.
upset.
You're wasting
Mhm.
money. Just go and braid your hair and leave it. The man will say the woman should leave a braid on her hair for 3 months. Just be
Ló
washing the
bá
hair,
tán,
not
ló
changing
bá
it.
tán.
They
Mhm.
all came and left. Until B, what happened? This man ended up, he died out of pneumonia, the cold, under the winter, all the struggle. He wasn't eating properly. He just died. He collapsed and died.
Hmm.
His body was so overworked, like he literally overworked himself and he died. And guess what? His family back home, they were just, in fact, they were just fighting with the property. They took he had a child from a previous relationship.
Yes.
Even the ex-wife, the child, none of them could even hear the property. So even the child that he actually birthed had nothing, inherited nothing from this man,
Hmm.
not in the
Hmm.
UK, not back home. When the wife tried to actually challenge the man's family back home, they actually chased her away with voodoo.
Of course.
They started
Mm-hmm.
having nightmares. They actually threatened her. They said, if you try and make any move, we are going to kill you.
To
And they
delete you.
attempted
Yeah.
several times. So she abandoned all the properties there.
Of course.
The child has no access to the property. The ex-wife have no access to the property. Here in the UK, this man literally left his life as a pauper. No
Yeah.
enjoyment. So
Yeah.
practically,
Yeah.
in practicality, that was his own life. My own life that way he can't live so for
So,
years.
so he
It's
just
just
worked
terrible.
for other people to enjoy. He never even lived his life. He forgot to live, and he worked so hard because he kept putting his life on hold. And that's one thing a lot of our people do. You don't put your life on hold because the life does not belong to you. It doesn't. Hmm.
The thing is, there's nothing wrong in saving, no. You have to work. You work. It's very, very important for everyone to have disposable money. You always have to put something aside. You always have to progress. You always have to build for your future. But in the same vein, don't forget to live. You
Yeah,
cannot be changing to
absolutely.
yourself now.
Yeah.
Kilo
Don't
dey.
forget to leave. That's the message. Yeah.
Mhm.
Very important. Yeah. So do you
Thank you,
think these
Auntie
two
Day.
people will work? Juliet, before you go, you think they will
Make
work?
she carry her fine, fine leg there, just be on because it will be very, very difficult for her to change that man's mentality. This man is an adult. It will be very, very difficult. It's not going to work. And even if he tries to change, he's not going to be able to sustain that change because that's
Yeah.
not him. You can't
That's
change a
not his
person.
lifestyle. Yeah. He
They
will
are
be
not
resentful.
compatible.
Yeah.
She will
Mm.
end up becoming very, very stressed, and even her own goals in life are going to be impacted. It's not good.
Mm.
No.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you very much, my darling Juliet. Have a
Thank you,
good
Auntie B.
evening. All right. Okay. Baby girl, you're next. What do you have to say, baby girl?
Hi, Auntie
Where
B,
you
how are
joining us
you?
from? I'm all right, sweetie.
So I'm just gonna go. So I get where Bookie is coming from, right? I
Mhm.
think she's thinking too far. She's thinking about investment and all that.
No,
But
she's thinking,
it,
yeah, she's thinking about retirement because he's
yeah,
50. But this has
yeah, but
always been his lifestyle.
exactly. But I think she's failing to see that this is actually a problem.
Mm,
She's looking at it from a positive perspective, which is understandable. But I would say from a relationship perspective for the lady,
mm,
she might as well just take her L and move on because she's always going to be second.
hmm. Work will always
She's
come first.
work will always come first. Whatever he feels like he needs to do, whatever he feels like, and I'm sure it's not even only the investments that are his priorities. I'm sure he has families who
Yes,
depend on him.
yes, of course.
Yeah. And the reason I'm saying this is I would have said that we dated the same person because I dated a guy exactly like this.
Really?
His pride and joy was his building that he was building in his village. D- do you know he used to carry a letter? There's a letter that they gave him in his village for building the biggest one of the biggest mansion. So they gave him
I mean,
chieftaincy title.
what is the value of a village mansion? Please, somebody tell
And
me.
and
What
to
is the
be
in the village they don't even rent house. I don't know about you
this,
guys' village. In my
I said
village,
this
it's free
guy
of charge.
that mansion when he showed it to me, it was a when they say a palatial home,
Hmm. He
a
made it like one of
palatial
those ones
home.
in Nollywood movies.
Yes,
Beautiful.
and you know that there's nobody living in there. This guy is living here full time.
Mhm.
He was staying in one room. Then he was driving one banger like this that honestly, if police did not stop you one day, yeah. And I used to just think to myself that, oh my God, do you have a mental issue?
Ehen.
Because it's like people forget that this is your current heaven. Like wherever you did now, that's your heaven.
Hmm.
The house that you're living in, you're supposed to make it as palatable as
Comfortable. Yes.
comfortable for you right now because
Yes.
you might not wake up tomorrow.
Let
So
me
when
tell you
they're built,
something, baby girl. She told me that when she was telling him, how can you be sharing a flat? You have a very good job and you have a second job, and you don't even have the decency to rent a flat that you can even have guests over. You can host dinner party and everything. He said, do you know how much the flat is? If
yeah,
I should take the whole flat by myself, do you know how much I'll be
it's
paying?
always about money for them. I also have a friend here who I think, thank God, this COVID pandemic now gave him brain. He's
Mhm,
such a young, talented, handsome guy, right?
mhm.
And he works so hard. This is somebody that wake up 5 a.m. He will drive outside London. They do all this rail track job.
Oh
drive
yeah.
outside London, finish
Mm-hmm.
from that one, go to the next one. Then when he finish, he'll go and do his nursing job.
Jesus.
Yeah. I now found out that this guy. So we always used to wonder, like, guy, why you don't even get girlfriend, you don't get baby. You'll be like, my
There's no
family, my
time.
family, my family,
Mm.
my family, my family. We found out that this guy went to bring his 3 siblings from Nigeria, went to bring his mom as well. He now put all of them in his 1 bedroom flat that he was staying in.
Mm.
He now put all of them there. So
Mm.
time is going, the year is going. He's spending all this money taking care of his own family. But when you see him, he's always looking tired. He's always
Mm.
tired. There's one complaint or another. Yeah.
Mm.
And everybody was now
Mm.
like, and then if he has girlfriends, he's always targeting girls that have their own houses so that he can
So you
stay with
can go
them.
there and meet them. Mm-hmm. Hmm.
So it's like you're living a proper lifestyle while the people that don't really care that much about you, they are living executive lifestyle on your own budget,
Hmm.
on your money.
Hmm.
So this lady, she should take her L and move on. She's always going to be second because the investment is never going to end. If it's not house, it's probably like a family member somewhere that he has to pay their school fees, or there's another person somewhere that he has to look after.
Hmm.
So
Okay.
there's no way she's going to change him. He's already set in his ways. She might as well
Okay.
just move on.
Okay. Thank you very much
Yeah.
for that, baby
Thank
girl.
you so much, Auntie.
Appreciate that. Yeah. Have a good evening. Linda, your connection is not good. Can you disconnect and come back again? Linda, I see you in the studio, but your connection is not good. So if you can go out and come in again. We're ending soon. Tega, unmute yourself, sweetie.
Hi, Auntie B.
Hello, sweetie. How are you?
I'm fine. But
Mm-hmm.
waiting me, I want to tell the woman to say,
Mm.
marriage is more than love, good character, or anything like that. You go
Eh?
get time when I won't communicate about things. If both of you are not in line with each other, you will always have friction. It's
Okay.
not always. It's not about love or it has a good thing. No, 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 no. There's
Mm-hmm.
more to it. You should be able to listen to you, and you should be able to listen to you. You guys should be able to rub off on each other. If
Yeah.
not, there's no point. From
Mm-hmm.
the why I'm saying this is okay. Like before I married my husband too, he was living in a 4 bedroom flat, but he rented the whole thing from the landlord, but he's living in one room. And the
Why
reason
is
he
it
did this
that?
because
Why do Nigerians do that?
no,
Why
the
can't you
reason
just go
he
and
did
rent?
it
No,
is
no, I'm not talking about your situation. A
yeah.
lot of Nigerians do that, and I don't understand the rationale behind it. If
Okay,
it's
let
one
me
room,
explain
if it's
why.
1 bedroom, I can afford. Why do you go and take 4 bedroom? Then you now put people and be forming
No,
landlords on top of another person's
no, no,
property.
no. It's not. Sometimes it's not because of that. Sometimes you
Mm-hmm.
want a good location, and
Mm-hmm.
in all these good locations, you can't rent one room. It's already like already established house, built
Okay.
4 rooms and stuff like that. Nice areas. So you want a good area that is less crime area and stuff like that. It's expensive. You can't
Okay.
pay everything yourself. So you take it, then you put people, and not because you want to make money off of them, but because you just need to be able to meet up the rent. Do you understand?
Mm.
So basically, that was it. But as time when I started dating him, I told him that what, we're gonna get married. What's the plan? Okay, we're gonna rent. No, we can't rent. What do you think? I think instead of you to put this money you've been paying this rent for, let's use it to get a house and pay mortgage. So basically, it's somebody I could talk to and it listened to me, because
Yeah.
at the end of the day, we've been married down the line now with 2 kids, and there's that communication you can see. So if she's already having this problem now, there's no point. Both of it's not all because of the property he has, or he has to be able to listen to you and understand where you're coming from. And you guys, but if you're already feeling like choked right now, I don't think there's any point for her to go into it. That's
Mm.
all I have to say,
All
basically.
right. Thank you very much, Tega.
Thank
You've
you.
articulated that very, very well. There needs to be communication. And if one is going to sapele and the other one is going to worry, it's going to be a problem. You need to be on the same journey. You have to face the same direction. If you are in Ore, Linda, I don't know what is wrong with your connection. Your internet is not working, my dear. I can't add you the way it is now. Okay? I can't add you. Try again. Maybe you use your Wi-Fi if you have Wi-Fi. Maybe you're using mobile internet. Uh-huh. If you are in Ore and one person faces Benin and the other person faces Lagos, how na wan take pàdé? Báwo lẹ ṣe fẹ́ pàdé? Kò sí pàdé o. Everybody is going to be just be going their own way, So there needs to be a meeting point. There needs to be unity of purpose. There needs to be unity of, dreams and vision. And if hardworking, I see the reason why Buki says she likes the guy. We hear a lot of stories about Mongo Parks who don't want to work, who leave the women to be the breadwinners or to carry the bulk of the family. I was thinking about what someone said on this platform a while ago about how, women are the ones that, mostly the breadwinners in most homes in the diaspora. And I think it caused a disagreement that day with another guy who was here in the US. And he said, that's not true. That's not true. A lot of guys earn big money. They work in IT. They have top end job. I thought about it later, and when I reflected on it, I realized that the guy was saying the truth. As per a lot of guys, some guys have really really good jobs, especially the young and upcoming ones, have really really good IT jobs and really massive, six figures. But it's about proportionality. The number of men that have those jobs is not as many as the number of women that have maybe jobs like social care, nursing, care and things like that they are not so high paying, but middle income, but there are more women in that category. So that is where the wahala is. So that's why you see that women are, they have to do a lot. So I see where Buki is coming from, but then again, you don't want to be married to somebody. You don't want to live with somebody that you never see. They work and they are fatigued. When they come home, they are irritated. They look very tired. They cannot even do in the other room. So it's going to be problematic. You end up fighting because he's not going to be there for you emotionally. He's tired. He's always working. So he's married to his job, basically. Yeah. Hajara, you're welcome.
Good evening, Sister B.
You're welcome, my
And
darling.
every other person in the house. I greet you all. I greet you all. So lovely to be in the show tonight.
You're welcome.
I'm able to make it. Honestly, I'm just calling for the first time. I'm sure you can remember this voice.
I'm trying. I hear a lot of voices, so
Yeah.
give me a minute.
You can remember this voice.
Okay.
Yeah. Anyway, that is by the way. I don't have much to say on this very topic tonight, but I just want to say hello to everyone in the house and tell you how amusing you are. You are really, really, really uplifting too many spirits, honestly.
Thank you.
In fact, since I started listening to you, you have made me the woman that I'm trying to become, honestly.
Aww,
you are so wonderful. You are so amazing. I love you so much, and I love all the Obodooyinbo fam.
Thank you. Oh, that's so sweet, Ajara. You've just come to give me you come to give me sugar. You just come to give me sugar now to be making my body to be torturing me. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sis. Thank you,
appreciate
sis.
you.
And thank you for having me. Yeah.
All right, no problem.
All right,
Have a good
cheers.
afternoon.
I'll stay back and listen.
Okay, all right. Thanks, sweetie. Bye.
Yes,
Bye.
Yeah.
Somebody has been trying to join this conversation forever, but her internet is not being friendly. Linda, your internet is just doing you something. Try again one more time because I'm about to end now. See if your internet will agree you. Worst case scenario, call on WhatsApp. I'm ready to take your call because you've tried so many times. But sometimes this internet can be very, very funny. Your mobile internet is not working properly, unfortunately. Annie, you're here. Hello,
Yeah,
sweetheart. Annie, baby.
Auntie V, good evening, ma.
Good evening, love. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. Well done. Thank you for all you do. God will continue to bless you, prosper you.
Amen.
Your children's children, your generations yet unborn will enjoy peace and prosperity and love They will not meet any
Amen.
Mango Park, whether male or female one, in Jesus' name.
Amen.
Until the way me I see this matter is I'm seeing it from another angle, because this life, like we established well in this channel, 100% of what is happening in this life is spiritual. I know that some people will say that you explain away the bad behavior to spirituality, but sometimes most of the bad behaviors are spiritually engineered. This uncle now, where they walk, they go build house for Nigeria. How am I not sure that the people, his family members, are not the one that made him to be working for them, and they'll be living large back home? So for this sister, please, you look, when you see somebody where you get foundation problem, you go waka leave and only they carry load, because the one when you get, you never have fist up and finish. Then you can't carry your own, join the person on. It's unnecessary. If a man is hard working and he's in a relationship, his relationship, whether wife or girlfriend or baby mama, should be his priority. If a man is working so hard and where he is currently living is a mess, then there is something wrong mentally and spiritually, of course. What kind of investment is that? If he's working so hard and is investing in the country that he resides, one will understand. But even if he's investing in the country he resides and he's still not living well, then there is still a problem. But this one now Nigeria, now they go do investment and understand Nigeria house.
You don't even live well. I don't want to say they pay me. Person not go live for today before you think of tomorrow. And I don't see person go put life on hold for today before you talk of tomorrow.
No, I do not support such behavior. Most people for Europe now say they live as if they go vacation. They go just manage this place. They will work and work and go and build back home. That's what I heard. Because my husband was in Europe before he relocated to Canada. So that was what he was telling me, that in Europe, that's how they live life. They live as if they just come here, can't do markets. When they do the market finish, when they go back to Nigeria. So they go rent one house, partitioner. One house where it's supposed to be 2 rooms, go reach 6 rooms. Then they squat for 1 room, rent out the other, and not understand. For this one life, me will not like to
they go market. Person go market. They go market. Market they last for 10 years. You still did the market. You never go out. 15 years you did market. Which kind of market be that? Even Bodija, where be one of the biggest market for Nigeria, they close. They got closing time. So
exactly. So if you want to live that kind of life, why don't you give yourself, okay, the next 3 years I should do this, then I will settle down. But when that is this guy's lifestyle. So the sister, auntie, waka far, look front. This guy does not have, both of you cannot live a life like what the other caller said. His project back home and his families, which I am very sure are the ones that has made him not to be thinking of his own self. They are the ones that are his priority.
50-year-old, now only one small pikin get. The pikin never even reach. He never reached the baby. He just born one pikin not too long ago.
Can you imagine?
Like he was not even focused on his personal life to even have a family, to even have a child.
They tell
so
say this
you don't even get pikin where you go say, okay, if anything happens to me, this child is going to inherit all this property. So what are you building houses for goodness sake?
And he will justify this his behavior. He will justify this. The devil manipulate them to be justifying this kind of nonsense life. That, oh, now me be the light for the family. Now me go help my family. I don't understand.
They end up being the sacrificial lamb.
No, I don't subscribe to such behavior. Anybody that sees this kind of behavior, whether in a woman, because some women are also like that, they go carry out the load of the family. They will not. I heard of a story of a woman who took care of all her younger ones. She even forgets to marry Auntie B. Then you can't reach one place. She didn't have money anymore. That same her younger ones that she established, took them to school, and now doing well with their spouses and their children. They began to mock her. She now started living a miserable life. So
somebody told us on the last show about the woman. Somebody told us a similar story in America. She became homeless. Absolutely.
Love you, Auntie B.
Love you too, sweetheart. Thank you so very much. Bye, darling. Bye. Okay. All right, D is here. Hello, D.
Hi, Auntie B. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. Thank you so much for my Christmas presents. Hey,
you want
D gave me a
Please
D
confirm
gave
if
me a
you received
Christmas
it. Oh.
present. Oh, yay! Gave me Christmas present. Oh, one massive Christmas present that I love so much. Thank you so much in
Okay, oh,
anticipation.
no worries.
I've
Please
not
confirm to
collected
me
it,
when you
but I'm sure
received it.
it's
Oh.
almost here. Hmm?
Okay, no problem. I hope you like it.
Oh, I love it. I love it. I love it.
Good, good, good. And you deserve it and more. That's
Thank
all I could
you.
afford. So I said, let me just
Oh, that's more than enough.
give you a
Thank you.
small thing.
It's the heart that matters, Jerry. Thank you for being thoughtful. God will honor you. Thank you.
No problem, Auntie B. So this subject is very dear to me because I think it's not just a relationship issue. It's like a mentality issue. A lot
Okay.
of us immigrants, when we come abroad, we think that I don't know, because back home we were told that the only riches are found back home, that the abroad is not, you don't have real riches because everything is credit, everything is this, whereas back home you buy cash. We tend to underestimate the riches that you can have abroad. I don't think I have any issues with somebody, building a house back home. But I know from speaking to people, if you have a business back home, you have to be back home. The way people are so intelligent and smart to swindle your money, it's something that is just, even people I know back home, people swindle their money. How many
Of
times
course.
you who is living here
Of
abroad,
course.
you don't know what's happening? And the problem is that a lot of us, we are not investing in our own work here so we can get promotion or something. We'll rather just do 3-4 jobs and then send the money back home to look after somebody, rather than actually say, no, I'm going to live a good life. I'm going to have one job. I'm going to get my promotion, get more money, have a good house, and then be happy. And I think it's because people back home make us feel bad that, you have to look after them. You have to do this. And this person that's building a house, I don't understand. Because if he's 50 years old and he's been building this house, my question to this lady will be, why don't you ask him why he's still living abroad? That would be I'll ask, for me, it's a
He's
serious
making the
question.
money here. This is where the money is coming from for the houses.
But that doesn't make sense. And when is he planning on going back home? I'll ask a serious question, because when you meet somebody when I meet somebody who's an African and we've been thinking about something romantic, I'll ask him, so what is your priority? If they say, well, I plan to retire back home, I say, what age are you planning to retire? Because sometimes people say, oh, I'll go back home, they have not done anything. But if somebody said, I'm going home, I'm going to plan everything, and that's not something that's going to work for you, you better say no to begin with. Don't go in thinking you're going to change their mind. Because somebody who is like that, even the way they're going to think about education when it comes to the kids, it will not be the same as you. You may be here, you say, I want my kids to go to private school. I want my kids to be able to go to, I don't know, Cambridge or Oxford in the UK or Harvard in the US. Meanwhile, in their head, it's like, no, I want to send the kid to boarding school in Nigeria. And you're like, what was the point of us traveling all the way here if you are going to send the kids
leave
again to
Nigeria. We
Nigeria for
left
boarding
Nigeria,
school?
but Nigeria is still in our head. Nigeria is still
Absolutely.
with us.
I think it's because we have what I call African guilt. A lot of us feel guilty about so many things. We've been told to hate the West, there's racism here, there's racism. I'm not saying there's no racism, but we've been told that we are meant to carry our own gender, our own race. So when you come here, you cannot promote, progress at work. You cannot get good things. If you want to go and get yourself a Michael Kors bag, somebody will say, didn't your auntie call you and say she doesn't have money to pay her children's school fees? So that Michael Kors bag that you've bought, you could have paid the school fees for your auntie's children. So you always feel guilty every time, especially women. You feel like you have to look after everyone else. Like Annie said, this woman looked after all her children. I love how Annie said she forgot to marry. It made me laugh,
You forgot to
But
marry you.
she was so focused on work and everything. I'm not saying not getting married is a bad thing, you know what I mean? But sometimes it's because you are not even focusing on your social life, on what makes you happy, because you want to make other people happy. But those people don't care. Once they grow up, that is it. They are living their own life, and then they will sort you. You have to learn to let go of that guilt. You have worked. You don't owe it to anybody. You have worked to be where you are. So now enjoy your life.
I
When
think
the time to
he
exit
has
is
an
ready.
idea. Some of them have an idea of, the kind of things they want to establish, and they will not rest until they do it.
But a lot of the time, though, what they have in their mind to establish is not their own ideas. That's what I'm saying. You've been brought up to say, okay, you need to build a house. You need to make me proud. Some of them, they're living
This
out
one is
of...
not house, it's houses.
Yes. And this is what I mean. It's like some of us, when we're growing up, yes, you had ideas put into your mind as to what success means, okay? This man, perhaps, obviously, I'm guessing, I don't know the person. Perhaps when he was growing up, somebody was like, your parents was like, okay, you need to build houses for us. You need to do this. Success means that you have houses in
It's a
Nigeria. You have
poverty
other people who are looking
mentality.
at you like,
That's what it
well
is.
done.
That's the
So
way I see it.
Yes, you never develop your own personality to know what does success means to me. What kind of life do I want to live and be happy I have lived it? We always live it based on other people. And if it's really his own idea that he wants to live house and house and house, that's good for him. But I suggest to her to just tell him, listen, we are on different pathways.
Yeah.
Because some people, what is keeping them alive is working.
Yeah.
Look at people back home. So many of them, when they retire, they just pass away. It's almost as if the disease was looking to get them because they spend all their life just working. Now that they stop, they don't have anything to live for. You think they're going to enjoy the retirement. They can't enjoy retirement because all of a sudden they don't know what to do because they spend their whole life working and not enjoying life. So now they don't know how to enjoy life. So that's all. Anyways, Auntie B, enjoy you. Thank you so much. And I like this new idea.
Darling.
It's
Thank
nice.
you.
Thanks.
Thank you,
Bye.
my life. Have a good evening, sweetie. Yeah. Enjoy your life while you are investing for future. Future is good to invest, but please enjoy your life. Fernandez, you keep saying that you cannot join the conversation. The link is in the comment section. There's no reason why you shouldn't be able to join it. There is absolutely no reason why you should not be able to join. Mabel, I've got you.
Oh, hi, my dear sister B. I'm so pleased to be able to join you today.
You're welcome, sis.
I do watch your playback a lot. You actually, your live stream is the one I watch when I'm busy in the kitchen. You know, you
I
just
keep you
listen
company
and
with my talk in the kitchen.
but because unfortunately I'm not always able to join you live. But when I'm
Okay.
watching as a playback, you know, because I don't have to be looking at what's on the screen because I'm just hearing your voice and the audience, you know.
Yes.
So it's very helpful because it's long, so it doesn't really it doesn't really bother me that I'm watching something that is long. So I just want to commend you for the great job you're doing.
Thank
and
you.
I've always admired you when I knew you were in social work because I'm in the same profession. So I do watch you, but I'm one of those who's very be bad at leaving comment. But I'm learning to leave comment now since I became a YouTuber as well. So, but what I really want to say today to this young lady and every other person that is listening, because from my experience of being married over 30 years, I say without a doubt that financial mindset is a very important part of compatibility you must look at for in the marriage. It is very, very important. Don't play it down because I know some of us that say we are Christians, we are so holier than thou that we are only interested in, the brother can pray, the sister can pray. Or, be very, very careful. If the person is a spender, you are a saver. And this kind of person who does not know how to enjoy the journey while they are investing is going to be a very, very big problem in the home. So please, whoever is dating somebody, I'm not saying the people have to be perfect, but when the red flags are there and it's somebody that does not listen, it's not somebody that can meet you halfway. You know, there are some people that are not they don't have exactly the same exact financial mindset as you. But when you are talking to them, they will say, oh, yes, what you are saying is right. I never thought of it this way. You know, they are able to negotiate and dialogue with you. So it's very, very important.
Yeah.
So this is just going to be a disaster if this lady decide to go ahead with this kind of relationship, because this is the kind of a mindset that you cannot change, and it's going to lead to a very difficult time and it's almost as if this guy is going to be. It's almost as bad as somebody who cheats, because it's like this is his marriage to this mindset.
He's cheating with work.
What's
the point of working when you don't see the money? And people are looking at the fact that he's hardworking. People see him as hardworking, but the money is not reflecting in his lifestyle. So what kind of work are you working when you cannot even go out to eat? The barest thing to go out, you cannot even go out because you are thinking of adding money for nail, money for sansa, money for this, money for that. You know, it's not reflected in his lifestyle. So it's not if it's not working self, there's no difference because all the money goes to Nigeria. I think he's going to end up being a bachelor for life, to be honest.
Anyway, I have to go now. Yeah,
Thank
thank
you
you
very
very
much,
much
my
for giving me
sister.
opportunity to speak. I'm actually very pleased that I'm actually able to join live today.
Thank you,
Usually, I'm
sis.
usually busy when you're
All
alive.
right, no worries. Have a good evening. God
And you
bless you.
too. Thank
Thank
you
you.
very much. Bye
All
now.
right, bye. Right, I think we've discussed this very decisively. And yeah, I like the opinions and people have shared. I would have loved for a man because it's you people that we are discussing. We are gossiping you. I would have loved for a brother to come and share their opinion because there was something that a pastor once said in Nigeria that, the thing that God first introduced to men was work. When God created Adam and Eve, he introduced the garden to Adam. And that's why a lot of men tend to, work is very important to them. They don't joke with their work. So I would have loved to hear a man's perspective about, what we're saying now. Should we live to work or we work to live? Or is it possible to have a balance? That's the question. And with these two people, is there any possibility of this marriage if they get married? She decides to say yes because the guy is ready. He wants to marry her, but she's the one saying, Ogbeni, I don't think so. No, bro, it ain't gonna work. I don't put a ring on it. Please do not put a ring on it because this ring is gonna be paining me in my hand if you put it. I don't think it will work. Oh, I cannot because every day I will be at home. I will sleep alone every day. Every day you will go to work. Every day you'll be going to work, 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 work. When this project finish, another one. When are we going to start having children? You're already 50. Hey, Joe. Mm. The time that you should have had children, say you didn't have children, you're busy working. Now you're still working. Who are you going to leave all these houses for? So I don't know. There's something about Nigerian men and all these houses in Nigeria. I don't know. It's something that is very important to them. Obviously, I'm not saying people shouldn't build, but personally, investing in Nigeria as it is now, I wouldn't do it. I used to encourage people to do it, but I've lost so much money in Nigeria that anything investment in Nigeria now I dey run, I dey pick race. Clementina, you're welcome.
Auntie B, good evening. No,
Good evening. How you dey?
we're there. We thank God. Good
All
evening,
right.
everybody. God bless you all.
Amen.
Do you know I've been trying to get get on this show.
Really?
Finally, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Very interesting and very important topic.
Mm-hmm.
So life is all for learning. And for me, I would say that I'm now learning the balance. And literally,
Mm-hmm.
I've just moved into my own property. For the past over 25 years, I've been in this country. And it's
Wow.
I did all my masters, university here and everything, but it's just been work, 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 work. I'm long divorced now. I have a young son who's in a boarding school. He's 16. He just turned 16.
Mm.
So it's taken me all this while to learn to literally love myself enough to give myself that leeway to be able to enjoy life as well.
Mm-hmm. Were you investing in
So
Africa as well?
I won't lie, no, I don't even have a bank account in Nigeria. It's so bad.
Okay. Okay.
So everything has just been here.
Okay.
So don't
All
get me
right.
wrong, I'm comfortable, but I have knee issues. For example, I'm only 43. I just turned 43.
And you have
So
knee issues already?
yeah, because yes, I'm a trained chef, so I do a lot of freelance. I do
Hmm.
contract work and all that. So I'm always busy. We thank God for that. However, I use my whole body to work. You understand what I'm
Hmm.
saying? So it's only now I've actually learned to just take it easy. Sometimes I'm
Hmm.
working 12 hours, sometimes it could be 15 hours, especially if I'm doing like dinner parties, canapé, receptions, and things like that.
Hmm.
So
Hmm.
now I pick and choose for some of my work that I do.
Hmm.
So it's
You
not
have
by
to take
force
it
that
easy, oh, please. You have a
exactly,
son. You have to be kind
exactly.
to yourself. I beg. Chef work is not easy because you are
It's
standing
not
most.
easy.
It's like being
Yeah,
a nurse. You stand for so long.
exactly.
Hmm.
So it's only now that I'm not learning that because but it not before I would.
I don't know if I would. On our old age, 9 person they know when you don't
That's
the
it
old
now.
now. Now
Uh,
your body go begin. They make crack, crack, crack. You can't they
crack,
know
eh?
say all these hours that you've been working. It
Working
takes a
for
toll
what?
on you.
Oh
Hmm.
yes,
It takes
absolutely.
a
So
toll on you.
I'm all about healthy living, but also enjoying life.
Yeah, you have
Enjoying
to
life,
enjoy your life. Are you okay, Meiji?
absolutely.
Only one
Yeah. So
life.
this
Mm,
topic we cannot learn from. So
yeah,
and
yeah,
the thing is nobody's promised tomorrow.
yeah,
You know,
yeah.
especially
People
after this whole
die
pandemic now.
while they are doing. If anybody does not learn from this pandemic, they will never
Eh,
learn.
Auntie, you're so
Mm,
right. So we
They
have
will
to
never
learn, and we
learn.
have to take each day as it comes. If anything, if you
Yeah.
wake up in the morning, thank God that you woken up in the morning, because we're not
Mm.
promised that, you know.
Yeah. Because
So that's it.
arthritis is real. Arthritis.
Oh,
Is
you
me.
see now, arthritis at
Yeah.
43.
Yeah,
You see now.
43. Wow.
Yeah. So, and if see another thing here, two of my friends actually lost two friends within 2 years, and they were not single mom. Fun enough, they had children, but they did most of the work, the load of the family they carried on their heads. And do you know that the two women now they are dead now? Now that the husbands are not stepping up, so
Mm-hmm.
they are not doing what they should have been doing all this while. So because the
Mm-hmm.
women just poured everything into the family, running up and down, didn't have a second to themselves.
Mm.
Then before you knew it, they now had health issue. One died of heart attack, the other one died of liver failure.
We
You
will
know.
not die before our time, but let's
Yeah,
be
you see what
careful.
I'm saying? Amen. Amen.
Mm.
You know. So
Let's
that
be
was an
careful.
eye opener for me, you know.
Mm.
So we just have
Yeah.
to live life and thank God, and
Yeah. Thank God that you've learned. It is well
Yeah,
with you.
thank
Please
you,
take your health
Auntie.
seriously. Oh. Work
Yes,
so
so
that you can get money, pay your bills and you are just okay. Don't overwork, please.
over Abi.
Please.
Hey, that's what I've learned
Mm.
too. I've learned
Don't
that very
overwork.
because
It's not necessary because it takes a toll
mm,
on you. You need to be here when your son is graduating. You need to be here when your son is getting married.
Abi.
Eh?
Yes, so
Another
yeah,
person is not going to stand for you on that
do
day
that
because
for
it's you that gave birth
exactly,
to your child. Oh. So you need to preserve your
exactly.
life. This our earthly body needs preservation. You need to take care of this body. Otherwise,
Yeah,
once this body, if you tire, hey, my dear, it is
that's it.
well, oh.
But done. Yeah,
Mm,
so
it is
but God
well.
is in
Thank you, my
control, but we
sister.
can do our own
Yeah,
part. Thank you
yeah, you
so
need
much,
to.
Auntie B. I love your shows. All your
Thank you.
topic just on point.
Mm,
Thank you so much. God bless you and will keep you for us.
amen. Thank you, Clementina. Have a good evening, sis. God bless
Yeah.
you.
Okay. Bye
Bye.
bye.
Victory, please put your TV on or your YouTube. You are my last but not the least caller tonight. Excellent Victory. Can you put your YouTube on? Off? Yeah, I got you. Can you hear me? Excellent Victory. Okay. I cannot hear you. Yeah, so my
Okay.
people, oh, I'm hearing you now. Okay, go ahead.
Thank you so much for adding me to the show. Like, and I'm so happy because like I don't used to follow. I don't used to catch up with the live show, but I always watch the videos later, and it's always so interesting. Thank you very much for all that you are doing. And this topic today particularly touches me because like it's true. I would say that I'm still in my early youth age. How can I say stage in life, but
What is early youth age stage? Which one is early youth
I'm,
age stage,
I'm,
please? Define it. Are you in your 30s or you are in your 20s? Which one
I'm
is early
like
youth?
I'm to 10:30 next year.
Okay, you're a grown
Yes,
woman. At 30,
yes,
you're a grown woman.
yes.
Mm.
But actually, about relating to the discussion tonight, I
Mm.
would say that I've learned something.
Mm.
Um, because like I just graduated 2 years ago for my masters. I live
Mm-hmm.
in Italy. I came as a student and I've lived here for 8 years now.
Mm-hmm.
And but for the first years, most especially, I was like I was just like I was behaving like this man. I was thinking, oh, I need to help my family. I need to do this. I need to do that because I come from a family of five, and my mom is she's a single mom. She raised
Mm.
us up as a single parent, and
Mm.
things were quite hard. So and I wasn't working because in Italy it's not easy to get a job as a student. But all the money that I was getting from the scholarships and everything, I was like sending everything back home. And it got to the point that I graduated. I eventually graduated, and I was like, I've gotten to a point where I need to help myself. But my hands were empty. I was like, what happened to me? So it got me really thinking that what have I been doing? At least if I had been saving the little money they were giving us here for upkeep, I'll be able to further my masters maybe to a certain level in order to be able to to get a job more easily.
Yeah.
And I was like, I was practically empty. And the fact is, I've been investing, trying to buy one or two things, trying to do one or two things in Cameroon. Just like I said last time, I'm from Cameroon. But I found out that all those things even did not work. None of them have worked. And I'm like, what happened to me? But thank God, because I didn't have a platform or someone to talk to who could advise me. But I found your channel, and that's why I'm so glued to your channel. And that's the same thing. A lot of people, and I thank God anyway, because I'm still let's say I can be able to make right where I got it wrong. I can be able to correct that mistake. And
Yeah.
also, I would like to say that I would like to please ask for a favor, and to be please, if you can help, like to talk about like some kind of investments that can be done in Europe and everything, because I am almost blank on that. And
You go and meet investment. There are people who that is their job. They are
okay,
investment experts in the country
yeah,
that you live.
yeah,
Okay, you go
yeah,
and meet them, then they will tell you what to invest in.
okay,
Eh?
yes,
Uh-huh.
ma'am,
There are people that their job is to they are usually sometimes they're in banks. Okay,
yes.
you still live in Italy or you live in the UK now?
No, I live right now. I'm in Italy.
Okay, yeah. So you go and meet them and talk to them. Say, okay, what are the best places to invest now? If it's stocks, bonds, or whatever that you want to. Amazon, I hear Amazon is very good to invest in Amazon. I don't know about that, but Esther told me that she invested in Amazon. So maybe just ask
Okay.
around, Sha. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And
Well,
also, regarding the lady that is contemplating on marrying someone like that, actually,
mm,
I think it's she has to think, give a rethink of it, because if it's someone who can change, because we know, for example, I just got a revelation that I just got to find myself where I am, and I had to think about my life, and I had to change certain things. But a lot of people are not open to that change. So if he's not open eventually to change his conduct, to begin to think otherwise, then it's not worth it, because it's going to be a battle that she's never going to win. And
mm,
that a lot of things like that leads to frustration in marriage and divorce and everything. So in order to avoid such a life, it's just better to call it off. And someone else will eventually come that will be for her, let me say so. So thank you
mm.
so much, ma. Thank you, Auntie B.
No problem. Have a
Love
good
to keep
evening.
getting you.
Excellent victory. Take
Okay,
care of
ma.
yourself,
Okay.
okay?
Okay, ma.
Mm.
Thank you very
All
much.
right.
Bye.
Yeah. Bye. Bye bye. Yeah. So, my people, I think we've discussed this very, very well. I'm very, very happy with the contribution of everyone. Thank you so much. Someone was trying to call me on WhatsApp on the phone to contribute, and I've said it so many times that the link to contribute is on the comment section. It's not on the phone. I put my phone number there because of people who want to share their story. If you have an experience, you need some support. I read something that people were tagging me on one post today on Instagram that her case was so Jesus Christ. Okay, so that's why I put my number there. Now we have this section, Ask Auntie B. We'll just come here and discuss it very quickly. And yeah, we are gone. We are done with it. So I think the young lady is listening. She's gotten her advice. Before the vows, if you don't want stories that touch the heart, maybe perhaps you give it another chance and have a discussion with him about, the future. And if you see that your journey has K leg, he's going to Abeokuta, you are going to Ogbomosho, then you have to have a rethink to avoid stories that touch the heart. Yeah, it is always better not to get into a relationship that's going to have problems in the future, because from what I can tell, it seems like this uncle is going to end up going to Nigeria to go and marry there and put in one of those houses. Okay, maybe he will just marry somebody there, put in one of those houses, he will give her belle and come back, and then all those people in that area will be helping her to service the woman while he will come here and continue the hustle, you know. But the way I see it, for him to really function in this society, to be somebody that has good quality of life in this part of the world, The answer is not gonna it's not likely to happen. It's not likely because all his mind, his life is all about Africa. The Bible says that where your treasure is, that's where your heart will be. So this uncle's treasure is in Nigeria, so his heart is in Nigeria, and that's why he's walking around the clock. That's why he has no work-life balance. He has no social life. He has no life, nothing. He didn't manage to marry. Even he just had a baby at 50, and it's just work, work, work to build those houses. And I mean, we all know what we are looking for in life, right? We cannot change anybody. We know what we are looking for. He knows what he's looking for. So you know what you are looking for. So at the end of the day, we can only advise the decision is yes. Thank you so much, everyone, for being here. I'm just going to draw the curtain now. If you want to ask Auntie B a question, or you have a situation you want us to tackle here, anonymously, send me an email or send me a message on WhatsApp, and we'll talk about it sharp, sharp. And also, if you have a story like your own relationship, the usual ones that we do, we are still here and we'll continue to provide support as God gives us strength. Thank you so much, everyone, for being here tonight. And I shall see you on Thursday. If you enjoyed this gist, please give this video a thumbs up. Give it a thumbs up. Brothers that are watching this later, tell us in the comment section, why is it that you people, you are so walk? You need to take it easy, because statistically, a lot of brothers always end up dropping. You drop, you delete yourself with stress, anxiety. I'm not saying don't work, or I'm not saying don't be responsible, provide for your family, but please also take our time to live. On the journey to investment and building and doing all these things, live first. Chop your life. You guys know me. I'm the minister of enjoyment. I do not joke with my enjoyment. In fact, this pandemic has deprived me of so many things. So from next year now, we are going to be doing the enjoyment full time. In fact, I'm going to make up for all the ones that enjoyed for the past 2 years. My children will say, Mom, don't stop complaining. Even in the pandemic, you still manage to travel 3 times. I say, that's not enough. Oh my God. I beg, make I enjoy my life. I yoke me only one life. I can't come and kill myself on top of waiting. I work hard and I also want to play hard. That's me. Ireo, thank you very much, everyone, for being here. And I'm back on this Thursday, for another show. Give this video a thumbs up and I will see you in my next one. Have a good evening. Tell me T. I love you very much. Gigi, thank you. Monilola, love, thank you. Angela, Eunice, I salute all of you and I thank you. I love you. Bye. Have a good evening. Temilade, I will see you on Thursday. God bless you guys. Bye.